Hey, what's up, everybody? So, I've dealt with unions on and off, and I've heard them say, well, if it wasn't for the union and the working man, the unions created the 40-hour week, and gave us weekends and all this other happy, horse crap. But so I did some looking myself, and not that I care, but it's like, no, Henry Ford is widely credited establishing a 5-day 40-hour work week, which effectively created the modern day weekend, according to history.com and FirmSpace. So in 1926, the Ford Motor Company adopted this policy for factory workers, and it was later extended to office workers. Ford believed that workers needed time to rest and for leisure. And it would also boast their purchasing power, benefiting the economy. So was Ford. And, Ford had his dealings with unions and so on and so forth. And, people can Google that as well. But Henry Ford had his ups and had his downs, but he had a lot more ups. And he certainly was a tough guy to work for. According to what I've read, and but he created the assembly line. He modernized transportation in the United States, and then of course that went globally. And so Henry Ford did a lot of good things. Ford believed that giving workers time off encouraged them to spend their money. Yeah, and Trump is trying to work it out so that my understanding is. Do away with the federal income tax, and you'll still have your local, of course, our state, those crooked politicians won't give nothing up, but I know he's working on a big economic package, and so I'm waiting to see that. So I hope that's truly beneficial, because it's just, there's one of our founding fathers said that you can't tax a working man's wage, and let me see who said that. Give me a second, just thinking about it. Come on. It's not giving me what I want. Um, but you can't tax a working man's wage. It's just simple. I mean, there's other ways to support the country and support our military. And I think if you gross 100 grand, you should bring home 100 grand. And people should be investing their own money, and being financially responsible for their own pension and retirement, not the federal government, because they've already proven that they can't do it, and they've stolen money from Social Security, and then they've just increased the age in which you can retire. So I think it should be left up to the individual. There's plenty of places and plenty of people to go and reach out to for advice, and you got to do your own due diligence, right? So we'll just leave it at that. And Henry Ford is the guy that gave us the weekend and a 40-hour work week, and maybe that could be changed. I don't know. 32 hours sounds pretty good to me, especially the older I get. So anyway, like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And so I appreciate you tuning in. Thanks.